not watching Best Review TV.
What's good? What's good? Who do we have on Best Review TV today?
Let them know late. You already
I
know.
don't know, Nate. So I ain't gonna lie.
LKL.
How you been?
I've been good. And yourself?
Nah, I'm good. I ain't gonna lie. We was supposed to do this interview last night, but both of me, we were both tired and shit. So, but I'm glad we got to
Telling
finally
you.
do this shit, bro. So, for the people who might not be familiar with who you are, let them know who you are.
My name is Let them know Lay. I go by an acronym LEKL. I'm from Virginia. DMV shit all day. I'm from Norrington, Virginia. A little bit out of Springfield area type shit. Yeah, that's where I mainly grew up at. My folks is from Alexandria, so Alexandria made me and shit like that.
Where? I ain't gonna lie, bro. You said you're from the DMV. And the DMV scene kind of like popping, like it got the little underground wave. You always hear about niggas from DC, you always hear about niggas from Maryland, but your Virginia be like the one quiet, like you don't really hear artists really from Virginia for real.
Yeah.
But I ain't gonna lie, cause it's also kind of confusing because you don't know who from DC. Everybody's saying on the DMV, but I never really heard somebody claim Virginia for real. Why you think
Yeah.
Virginia's the most slept on out of the three?
I mean, I think I don't know what it is. So basically, when it comes to DMV, it's like Nova. So like, it's not really like the whole Virginia that's a part of the DMV. I mean, some people consider the whole Virginia part of the DMV.
So the whole Virginia not part of DMV.
Yeah.
I
So
didn't
it's
know that.
like, so basically, it's like the metropolitan area. So it's like wherever the metro line goes in our area, basically is what they consider the DMV. So like certain parts of Maryland, like not even whole Maryland, because certain people don't consider Baltimore the DMV. It's just like
What?
it's and I don't know. I considered it all. Me personally, I considered it all the DMV because when outsiders look at us, they just see it all together.
Right.
So I just feel like it's a whole lot of politics and everything that go into it, and certain areas are slept on than most. But yeah, it's a lot behind it.
I ain't gonna lie. I thought Fat Chuck from Washington D.C., but then I seen Ed Glizzy say he's really from Virginia for real. Who else is from Virginia? Why you feel like Virginia's the most slept on one?
So, to be honest, I think so. Basically, what I would say with that, I think he was born in VA, not necessarily from Virginia.
Right.
So he was mainly because growing up, you feel me? He's DC. I didn't even know. I think he has like ties in like Danville area, stuff like that.
Right. So who else is from Virginia that people might not be familiar with? Because I ain't gonna lie, when we look at the DMV, we all look at it as one outside looking in. But I know y'all be kind of like different.
So me personally, I know a lot of artists from VA. Like it's so many artists. So excuse me if I leave anybody
But
out.
who will we recognize for the most part? Like somebody's name that might ring bells.
Shit, let me see. Young Mo's from VA.
Okay.
Monster, he's from VA. He did the I'm Captain joint with Big Flop. Uh, it's an artist named Freaky Flash. A lot of people know about. Who else? It's a lot of people coming up in the DMV area in VA. It's just so many people that I know and so many people that people are starting to notice. I don't necessarily know who to exactly name.
Right. Now that's cool. Yeah, that's fine. Do you feel like I ain't gonna lie? Do you feel like DC, Maryland, Virginia is all like y'all work together? Or is it kind of segregated at the same time still?
I feel like it's kind of now as of lately, we're starting to learn that coming together will win. To be honest, I feel like there's a lot of differences still. There's conversations I have on a daily basis like, do you feel like VA slept on, or how do you feel like you can push this, or how do you think VA can do differently? And I just feel like as a whole, we just got to come together and come up, because it still is like a crab in a barrel situation, or one person get on and then everybody just like, damn, they not showing me love, or this is that and the third. But it's like, I don't really see nobody that's on to the point where they can just put everybody on yet.
Right. I'm glad you brought that up. I know we skipped over your background shit, but we're gonna get there. But the conversation's going good right now. And Glizzy, I know you're probably familiar with him. He's been going viral on the internet, right? He feel like Wale's not doing enough for artists from the DMV. What's your thought? Do you feel like he should come back and bring back, or you feel like it's not really that one artist that he could co-sign that's up there?
I mean, I don't know. Like, as personally, how I look at it is like, you feel me? Yeah, maybe from his area, there is artists that he could grab and pull up. But me personally, I don't know. Like, I don't know. Like, it's just so many. It's so many things. It's like, yeah, certain people be like, oh, he doing this, he doing that. The other people be like, he not doing this, he not doing that. So like, I don't know.
You don't know.
It just all the
Right.
It all depends. Like, mm I don't know. I can just speak me personally. Like, I don't know. I feel like once I get a certain status and everything, I'm gonna try to bring up as many people as I can.
You see, that's what I feel like that's the way. Because now it's like you bringing people up, they're gonna always bring your name up in that interview. Like, yo, this person from your city, and it keeps you relevant. And it's like that's how I look at it. But
Yeah.
some people look at it maybe when he was coming up, people shit on him and shit. He feel like he don't owe them nothing for real.
Yeah,
Or it doesn't.
and that could be a thing too. He could feel like, you feel me, I don't gotta do shit, but then again, it's like that's how it's supposed to be. We supposed to pay to wait for the next person. The next person come up to you. Pay to wait for this person. And that person come behind you with it. You do this. So say if I kick this door down, but I don't make it as far as I want to, the next person behind me can be like, all right, bet I'm gonna go further, and then break my record, and then the person behind them can just keep breaking records. You feel me? So we can just all win, so everybody can see like.
That's how it's supposed. That's how it's supposed to be. If you can't show, like that's how like a team. Like if you got a team, right? You might be feeling bad down to it, but you could score 30, he could score 30. But if everybody's on a team effort, bro, the one day you don't show up, your teammates will be able to pick you up and pick up where you left off. And that's how I feel like it's going to be in hip hop as far as city goes. Because now if you fall off, bro, and you didn't put nobody on, it's like the whole city just goes right back to square one. You feel me? Like it's all back to square one. But if you bring other people with you, it's like, okay, we all win. But talk about life growing up in Virginia too, because that's where you're from.
I mean, life growing up in VA, I won't say it was like the craziest, but like shit got crazy from struggling and losing friends to like gun violence and losing friends to drugs, and like just growing up in high school, I done had lost friends to like car accidents and shit. Or I feel like growing up in VA is kind of also a DMV mentality. Like, people try to put each other down, and it's just like, if we all come up together, it'll be good. But for the most part, it's real copacetic, real good. Like, live with my dad for the most of the time. Rest in peace to my mother and everything. But, she was a little in and out growing up as a kid and shit like that. So, really just relying on my pops and the people that stayed with us, you feel me? Like, we just like had the family crib. So, like, it was, joint used to be jumping. Like, I could come home any day, be like, oh, shit, that's cuz. Or be like, damn, when the fuck you get here? Or, just shit like that. Just really trying to, just a family feel. We struggled together, so we tried to win together. And that's why, like, I'm so big on, just showing love and everything like that. I mean, showing love sometimes does backfire. I seen because, it's people I done grew up with, you feel me, that certain people feel some type of way, or like, they like, oh, Lay not doing this, Lay not doing that. So, growing up, we was all together. So now when I'm like getting a little status and everything, it kind of throw me for a loop, but it is what it is.
Right.
But I grew up in the Newington area, Saratoga, Green Hills. We used to chill around there. You feel me? Just, I don't know, just kid shit. We would motherfucking be spanking a giant and shit when we was struggling. Like,
you said spanking a giant? What's that?
Yeah, like.
What is that?
I don't know. Like, if I had to, like, just have to do what I have to do. Go in there in my backpack, like, fuck it. Like, niggas gotta eat today, or, like, shit like that. You feel me?
What's spanking a giant? I'm not familiar with that term. What's that?
Nah, spanking is, like, like, finessing.
Okay. I was about to say. I'm
so,
like,
yeah, giant? Like, we, like, go finesse the stores, like, so we can eat and shit like that.
Right.
Or, like, just certain shit that would be happening, or certain shit that we've been through and shit like that. But yeah, for the most part, that shit was cool. I would do that shit over again if I could. Like, with the knowledge I have now, so I can move differently. And, like, if I knew certain people, like, switch up, or, like, I would be losing certain people and stuff like that. Yeah.
You talked about losing your mom. Talk about the impact that, like, because I ain't gonna lie, you say that a lot in your music. Talk about the impact losing your mom had on you. And I ain't gonna lie, you could kind of probably put your phone down because it's back to normal now. Probably.
Oh, my bad. That's good.
It should be working good, yeah. I was just tripping.
But yeah, like, I would say losing my mother just, like, hurt me, because even though she didn't live with us sometimes, that was the person I would always go show my music to, because it was never no bias. I feel like my dad, he used to rap as well, so I feel like he would critique me more on certain stuff. But like with my mom, she was heavy into music. Like, oh, you need to do this, or like I fuck with that, or like she'd be like, come over here and rap for me. Like I rely
So she
pull up on my
supported you.
mom. Yeah, like it was just a different support. So like when I heard she passed, it was just like, damn, like I just gotta make her name known. Like long live Beanie B. Like it's fans I got that be like, long live Beanie B and just saying that shit. I just want that to be, like everybody to know I want to push her name and let her name live on because if it wasn't for her, I wouldn't be here.
Nah, that's fire. That's fire. Keeping her name alive. And I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie. When I first heard 16, I'm like, brother, she got a crazy storyline. So when I heard 16, I'm gonna go check out the rest of your catalog and your song "Where You Been." Right? You said something like doctors having to care for everything, but don't want to take the full steps. Right? And I think you were referring to your mom. Like, why do you feel like these why do you feel that way? Basically, about they don't want to take the full steps to care to people.
I feel like, just being black or like black females, like the same way black men go through it with like the police,
Mm-hmm.
kind of how some black women go through it with like getting the proper medical treatment and stuff like that. Like just us as a whole in general, like they'll overlook certain stuff because they feel like, oh, we're okay, or oh, they'll get through it, or they'll be like, oh, they're stronger than us, or their bodies can take this and their body can take that, and instead of looking down into like the bigger picture, like well, my mom, she was in and out of hospitals like my whole life, and it's just like, dang, like out of all these hospital visits and out of all these everything, like that shit ain't work. And like like of course there's probably some stuff she could have like do better. Like we all can do better. Like don't drink this or don't smoke this, like shit like that. Like so I can't fully blame it on them, but I feel like more could have been done for her health. I feel like soon as she was getting better, then all of a sudden it was like, oh, your mom passed. It kind of threw me for a loop because it was like, damn, like man.
Yeah, my condolences.
I appreciate it.
My condolences always step but like I ain't gonna lie, you doing a great job keeping her name alive. I know she's proud of you because I see you every day just pushing the music junk. And you said she was a big fan of your music, so right now you just gotta look at it like she's watching over you. She's your guardian angel. Like everything's all the wins is basically her telling God like, yo, you make sure my daughter wins. You feel me? So that's how you just gotta look at it for
Hell yeah, no, for real.
So you also talk about like your struggle and shit like that, right? And dealing with depression. Talk about that. Like, how was that for you? Like, how did you find music to cope with?
Dealing with depression, I feel like it was like unhealthy coping mechanism. Sometimes, like I smoke as much weed as I can, or like I get lit off the shrooms or something. Like just trying to find different ways to fight certain battles, or like even praying, like or I started like talking to a therapist and like trying to do shit differently because like you can't be in it alone. Like okay, you don't want to tell this person, you can tell the next person, or you don't want to tell this, or like just talking about it. I feel like trying to talk about it in my music and getting it out, it makes me feel better because people will hit me like, damn, like bro, you know what I was going through at 16, or like I had this one lady hit me. She was like, yo, I got boys. I got a son at 16, or I had my son at 16, and just like like just being able to have everybody relate. Or I got a song named Beanie, and I was just talking about how my mom, she was just on machines and shit like that. I feel like with the music, it helped me cope with my depression, and it helped me not do dumb shit because like I done had battles with like self harm and like shit like that, and it's like people don't talk about it, and in the black community, they be like, oh, that's some white people shit. Or you need to go pray about it. Or, you feel me, you better ask God to remove it. And this is that and the third. But the way I view it is he gave us free will. So it's like, I can pray all day. But if I don't go talk to the therapist that he blessed with the knowledge to bless me and to help my depression, or to get me on some type of medication I could be on and shit like that. Because, it's a lot of people that yell out, oh, I'm depressed. Oh, my anxiety this, my anxiety that. But it's like, really people that's been diagnosed with it, like you feel me, like people I be joking around all the time, like I got papers, but no, like real life, like gotta get certain shit to my job, like oh, I might have to rock because it might be too many people in this motherfucker, my anxiety might be rocking, or like it might be a day where like I'm like fuck it, I don't even feel like getting out of bed, but like the music, it helped me push that shit, or thinking like, all right, if I work this job I can put that in my music. So it's like music helped me cope with my depression for the most part.
Man, that's fire. And I ain't gonna lie, I'm glad you brought that up because you said like God gives us free will, and He put a therapist in like around us to for us. But a lot of
Hmm.
black people be on some shit like, yo, that's some white people shit for real. For real.
Yeah,
Even me, I'm one of them people like I'm not one of the people that say that's some white people shit. But even me, I'm more. I question. I go to therapy. I'm like, bro, they getting paid to listen to our problems.
yeah,
I know these people really don't care. How'd you get even comfortable even talking to a therapist? Cause
yeah.
I'm still at the part where, like I deal with depression, but I'm like. I ain't trying to talk to nobody about my problem. Like, what am I complaining for? Complaining not gonna solve nothing.
Hmm. I feel like getting comfortable talking to a therapist and stuff like that, you don't. That first session you get in there, y'all might look at each other and just be like, I don't need this shit. And they gonna look back at you with that pen and paper because, like you said, they get paid to do a job, but it helps because it's a non-biased opinion. I can go to a therapist right now and be like, "Oh, I'm into it with this that person, and that's getting me mad, and I'm raging on the inside." And the therapist can look back at you and be like, "Well, not trying to be biased or nothing, but I feel like the other person might not be that wrong, or vice versa, or you validating your feelings." So just getting the like, it's kind of like getting a third opinion because people be like, "I won't go talk to a therapist." But if you hurt your arm or you hurt your leg, you're gonna go to the doctor.
Right.
So it's like if your mind is hurting, go to the mind doctor. You feel me? But it's like, and I'm not disregarding praying or nothing because like praying and like gospel music and all that helped me get through it too. But it's like also God, we got the tools and to do everything else. So I feel like go for it if you're ready for it. I would never tell nobody, oh yeah, go to therapy and they're not ready for therapy because they just gonna waste their money. But if you get to a point you like, damn, you know what? I really should go talk to somebody about this shit, then yeah.
How's that? How have your therapy visits been? Like, has that helped you cope with a lot of stuff?
I mean,
I do you feel like you're in a
yeah,
better place than what you once were?
I would say yes and no. Like, it helps. Sometimes I feel like they be telling me a bunch of nothing, but I feel like it does help. I don't go to my therapist as much as I need to because I do get in spells like I don't need to tell nobody shit. Like so I just try to keep my head focused. Or like if I'm feeling real low, I try to give her a call, stuff like that.
No,
So I won't get on here. That's why I won't get on here and fake like everyone needs a therapist. Everyone should go to a therapist. No, but I do know that with the right consistency in it, it will work.
no, I respect that. I respect that. At least you being honest, because a lot of times I be hearing people say therapist, and they still in the same spot they was in the beginning. But maybe they not. Maybe they not really going.
Real.
Who knows? But they maybe they getting paid to do it because everything
Yeah.
be fake. But that look like you was telling your true story from. But I ain't gonna lie. I first came across you with the song 16. Talk about how that came about, bro. And before I even said that, bro, I was so happy when I came across your shit because a lot should be trending on TikTok, but it'd be a lot of like here today, gone tomorrow. You was probably the first person. I ain't gonna say that, but like you was the first person I really went to go find it on YouTube because that shit was like, bro,
Yeah.
I want to hear her story. I knew it was gonna blow up, bro. And I was so happy when everybody's pushing you to get to 1,000,000 views because that's real music right here. Like this is not that
Yeah.
bullshit here today, gone tomorrow. This is that shit like I know 100 people dealing with this shit, bro.
Yeah.
You feel me? So talk about that.
So basically, I found a beat. A producer from New York. His name T Blossom. I found a beat and I was playing that joint like shit. My girl was like, "Damn, what you gonna say on it?" And what I wrote, like, I knew it was some of the realest shit I wrote when I wrote it, but I didn't think it was as good as it is. Like, I was like, "Man, don't nobody want to hear this shit? Don't nobody want to hear this shit?" And then, like, I would be like kind of doubting myself, like telling myself, "Don't nobody want to hear my music," or like not having the confidence in it. And then one day, it's a studio named Greenhouse, and they started promoting their studio. They were like, we gonna give a 4 hour session and a 2 hour session to the people that get the most tags. First person get the most tags, second person get the most tags. So I'm like, bet. I was down bad. I'm like, if I can get enough tags to get these 2 hours, I'd be good to go. So boom, start hitting everybody like, go tag me in this post, go tag me in this post, run this post up, and you feel me like. In the midst of everybody running up, I run like first place in that joint and got the 4 hours and like the photo session and shit. And I was just like, damn, like, oh shit, like this shit really worked. And they told me they was like out of 20,000 something tags, you got half them joints. And I was just like, damn, for real. And that shit, that's when it first hit me. Like, I really got this shit. Like, it's people that's behind you before I even dropped 16, like I had fans and you feel me, but it wasn't where I wanted it to be. Like even so, then I get the session going there. I do a bunch of songs, and then my girl like, you need to record that joint today, or I don't want to hear the beat no more. So I started spitting that joint. Like, you know what I'm feeling for real. My brother done been there so much, and then the whole studio got quiet and everybody turned around.
I know
Engineer,
the chills is crazy,
like
bro.
the chills, and the engineer turned around and was like, "Nah, spit that again so I can post you on our page." And then that's when I first got the snippet. My freestyle snippet of the joint started going crazy at first. Like I threw it on DMV Hoods and News and everything, and me not knowing, people in my area started watching me off that, but they were like, we want to see what she gonna do next." So a couple months went by. I had my check from work, one of my first checks from work. That shit was slight. I was like, you know what, fuck it, I'm gonna take half of this and hit up Clout Squad. I think I gave him like $425 maybe for the video. And when and he tax videos, like he'd shoot movies, so it's like for him to take my $425 and make that joint a masterpiece. Right. And then I took my last 60 from that same check when he finished that video, and I threw it on the page DMV Hoods News. That's a DMV blog, and that joint just took off from there. And then just throwing it on small blogs, spending like $30-$40, and that shit just started taking off. Like
it your career, basically, bro.
Yeah,
I ain't gonna lie. I thought that junk just blew off TikTok, and like you just tagging everybody on Twitter, like comment. So
that's how it did too. That's crazy because me posting it on TikTok and me tagging everybody was how I got most of my YouTube views and everything. And like even with the blogs, like all that helped because people was going out their way to go on my page and click on things. Or like even one day Sean Cotton came out here and it was a meeting that we had, and I was sitting in front of him and I'm like, oh shit, this is him. And he was giving us insight on like the music business and everything. But me not knowing, they didn't realize it, but they was already talking to the people that ran the event about my song. Mm-hmm. And they was like, oh, that was her right there. It was like, oh shit, for real. And then even me knowing that, like I still went and got in the line for the little talent search. I stood in line like 9 hours, like fuck it. Just because I seen somebody once don't mean nothing. Like, I got to prove a point. And then I ended up, from that, just pushing that. I did a song, BFB the Packman. That joint should be coming soon. And just, just putting in the work, like really going the extra mile for that shit to shape.
All right, we're going to talk about the Sean Connor and we're going to talk about the Packman collaboration and the talent search. But talk about when you posted it on TikTok, right? When did you know, all right, this song have potential, like this could be, when did you know it was going to hit 1 million? Because, everybody wants the million, but like when it starts to turn to reality, when did you know like this could hit 1 million or more than 1 million?
So I didn't know it was going to hit 1 million until the very last post. I posted it like 30 times. Like
on TikTok, you posted it more than one time.
Yeah, like 30 times I posted this joint on TikTok.
And before you said this, I just want to say this for the viewers watching, but see, you gotta post your content mad time. People will post their song one time and just expect everybody to see. You gotta be in everybody's faces, but keep posting. It took the 30th poster for it to go viral. But go ahead.
Hell yeah! And one of the joints went a little viral, hit like 125K views, but it's TikTok. TikTok is like, it's meant to go up. It's meant to catch the algorithm. So I put that last post up. I woke up the next morning, it was at 300K views. And I was double taking and looking at my phone and trying to just keep going up. Then celebrities commented on it. I think DDG was one of the first people to comment on my TikTok that went viral. And I was just sitting in the house like, oh shit, like, it's really people that seeing this joint. I'm like, damn, like, he probably sitting with somebody and they probably cranking this joint or like, just getting everybody attention. And then after that, like, it was just a lot of TikTok influencers that was commented on, and then a lot of people that was like, here before the fame and here before this, and just,
right.
running that joint up, or like, and it'll be little hate comments like niggas trying Joan or bid and shit like that, but I ain't let that shit phase me.
You can't let that shit because, that's what comes with this shit, bro. You gonna have
that's what comes with this shit. So I ain't never let the shit phase me. I just watched the joint run up and watch the views go up, and just knowing that something I made could go that far. And it hasn't even went as far as I wanted it to. Like, once I plan on doing more promo runs for it. Like 16 gonna be that song that go mainstream and y'all gonna be like, damn, I heard that joint 2 years ago. Like, or y'all was sleeping on her, you feel me? So like, just pushing that shit. Just like you said, post that shit. Like any viral tweet I would see, I would drop my link under it. The most they gonna do is block you or hide your reply. They don't do that, oh well, but just
You gotta
push
you gotta
that
be in
shit.
everybody's faces for real.
Yeah, like right here, like, oh, you gonna see this shit, and it was a lot of people. I got like 800 something comments on YouTube, and most of them joints is like here from TikTok, here from Twitter, here from Instagram. I had to come click this link, or damn, I lost my mom, like shit like that. So like that shit. Just keep promoting that shit, even when you don't gotta promote that shit.
You talked about DDG commenting on it. Did he reach out to you, or did any other celebrity reach out to you that was like, oh shit, like DM you? Or
Nah,
yeah.
ain't nobody reached out to me on that level, but a lot of people let me know I got it. Like, keep doing what I'm doing, keep pushing, and really, really, really going up.
Right. I think I came across your video when it was the million play video, right? So then I'm looking at it like, yo, this girl fire. Let me go check her out. And I see you got a you was at the tennis search. Talk about why you decided to go wait 9 hours in the line. You feel me? Even though like your video's blown up on the internet, because right now how it's looking right now, everything is so internet wise. Nobody's doing tennis shows or anything like that. People are all getting signed off the internet. What made you say let me go to the tennis search? And you said they recognize you. Talk about that. Sean Khan recognizing you, or people around him recognizing you.
I just felt like, why stop? I feel like, I don't know. People can say what they want, like, oh, you already getting seen or you already getting recognized, but like, no, you got to put forth the extra mile. You still got to do the same shit you was doing in the beginning. You still have to do that shit along your journey, like, and that's with anything, with relationships, friendships, anything. Like, the shit I was doing in the beginning to blow up is the same shit I want to do. If I'm gonna go do open mics, I'm gonna pay my $20 and I'm gonna go perform, whether I didn't hit 1 million views on this, hit 1 million views on that, because I know I want to invest in myself. I got up, and this is the part that a lot of people don't know. I got up. My girlfriend took my shift. We both work at FedEx. So for me to be off and on her off day, she was like, "Fuck it, I'll go work for you." Dropped me off in front of the thing. I was the second person in line. Shout out Cheeky, he was in front of me, and me and him, we was some of the first people out there. We was waiting, like, we want to be seen, like, you feel me, just putting your best foot forward. Like, when it's all said and done, even if I didn't get nothing out of that, I know I put my best foot forward, and everybody see that shit.
Right. I ain't gonna lie, I feel like you don't get seen though, bro. It's coming, bro. Cause especially when you got a story like that, bro, and a lot of people can relate. It's only all you gotta do is keep being in their faces, bro. I don't want to say give me like T Grizzly like that, like, but I started out slow, but give me that T Grizzly first day out, you vibe. You feel me? Like I start slow and then just start rapping. You like, oh shit, just give you chills, bro. All it takes is for more people to see that shit, and the right person want to get on the remix or behind. Cause all this shit that's blowing up right now is like little. Viral moments, we laughing and shit, but that shit not gonna matter in 4 or 5 years because niggas can't relate to that shit in 4 or 5 years. But your song's one of them songs, like, I know a lot of people going through that shit. I'm pretty sure a lot of people felt that, like, with your mom passing, being 16, being lost, being homeless, you were saying your brothers, shit like that. A lot of people can relate to that. That's a lot of people's stories and shit. So then you went to the tennis. The next thing you know, you were Packman. How did that relationship come about?
So, still through shout out Sean. He showed me a lot of love.
Matter of fact, before we get to Packman, what advice did Sean Khan give you, or what did he say to you?
He was just like, keep pushing, and don't think any love is too small. Like, it was certain people, and they might not have been at the biggest status, but I'm like, oh, so and so commented on this. He like, nah, like that's lit. Like, don't ever think like just because it's somebody. Just because it's someone's, you might think somebody's slighted, you might think someone's this, like, no, like, that's big. Like, I would just be taking certain shit lightly, and he was like, don't ever take anything lightly, and get the confidence and really push that shit, just, and then also he let me know, like, you keep making music like 16, you always gonna win, because it's relatable music, and shit like that.
And I talk about the show with Packman, how that came about.
It was through Sean. After the talent search, he had added me on Twitter. And he was like, send me your number and everything. And then in the midst of us talking about, doing music and working together and everything, he called me on three-way and he was like, you know who BFB the Packman is? I'm like, nigga, hell yeah, I know who that is. And he like, I feel like y'all stories are similar because he worked at like the post office and you working at FedEx still while you still on your grind. And then, he flew me out to Dallas. He was like, you trying to come down this joint? I'm like, yeah, when? I'm thinking he about to be like, 2-3 weeks. He like, nah, come out here this weekend. Like,
Right.
the same week after the talent show, I went out there and we did the song and everything, and that shit was lit. And even he was giving me advice like, do this and do that and make sure you promote that shit. And even if it's a small page, like promote how you can afford it because the bigger pages to see that shit eventually. And that's what started happening. Like after I did that, and he stamped me, gave me the cosign, then all the blogs was like, oh shit, like not, I ain't gonna say every single blog, but it was a lot of people like tapping in and seeing me. Also, I can say, who else? After that, Don't Call Me White Girl. She posted me like, Mona, she posted me like a couple times, like even to this day, like I hop on her live, she be like, oh yeah, you still got that shit going, keep going, or like send me music and shit like that. I can say that's definitely one person. That's another person that was like fucking with me and like still to this day, like, oh yeah, how much you for promo, or like, people that really reached out and let me know like they really fucking with my movement and like, shit like that.
Nah, that's fire. I ain't gonna lie. You see, it's coming. It's slowly but surely coming. Like they fuck with your vibe, and then you said when there's song with you and Packman coming out. You're not sure about that yet?
Yeah, I'm not sure yet, but that joint
soon.
When the time is right.
When
the time is right, it's all in God's time, and I feel like some days I be like, dang, you just drop this joint, and they're like, nah, just be patient, and
Oh, you still in contact with them even to this day?
Yeah.
Okay, that's fire. I ain't gonna lie, being that like I kind of adjust like TikTok, the music being here today and gone tomorrow. How you feel about all this new music coming out? Like with like as far as like it's not like music with substance and your music with substance. Does that kind of like be like what the fuck? Like our music is real, but everybody want to hear this shit.
I feel like everyone's attention span isn't as long as certain people's attention span, or like it's just we live in a lit generation, so like I don't doubt it at all. I'd be like, oh, I need to make a song like that, or I got club bangers and shit coming out because I want to have it from all angles. I want to let person know like I got substance in my music. I got this, I got that. Like I don't look at nobody music and hate on them or feel like damn I should be in a position.
Right.
No matter how much substance is in my music, you don't know what somebody did to get to where they going. You don't know how much work they put in. Like, it's something that somebody put on my page. They be like, oh, she better than Ice Spice, or she better than this female rapper, or she better than that female rapper, and I just be like, no, not necessarily, because I can't make the music she make.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? Like,
right.
In the day, like, you feel me? So, or they be like, oh, you not better than you, this person. Or I'll be like, I don't make the music they make, so it's like, people be trying to compare and all this other shit. I just be like, nah, that shit. Focus on your own lane. I seen his name LA Russell. He been going up on TikTok, and for I think it's Good Company, and I've been watching his joints, and I really sit there and go through his page, and he'll be like, it's people worried about the next person. Your plate is right in front of you getting cold. Like, that's what I say.
Nah, that's a fact. People be worried about everything else but the shit they can control. Because you can't control why that person blow. That's basically...
I can't. I don't know, like, not talking about anybody, but, I don't know how much money they invested. I don't know who their family is, right. Who they fuck with, who they talk to. Mm-hmm. Like, none of that shit. So it's just like, I got to work what's best for me and keep going.
Right. Talk about that. How do you feel about like right now in the female industry? It seems like everybody's putting all the females against each other. I mean, you got a couple of females working together, but like when Gorilla and Ice Spice came out, they were trying to put them against each other. Like, Lolo Brooks, they trying to put her against like Gorilla and shit. Like, they always trying to like make a comparison. Like, how you feel about that? And why you feel like females are so quick to like play into the competition? Like, they'll start beefing behind what the bloggers saying instead of working together.
Because I feel like half the time it don't even be the blogs. Like, I feel like some, not all, but I feel like there's certain people that will speak this, be like, oh, I'm better than that person. Mm-hmm. Or they'll hop up and be like, I'm better than this person. And, like, as you should. Like, it's certain people, like I say, I know they's fire. Like, who I look up to in my area, Pinky the Rapper. I watch her shit and
What's
be
her
like,
name?
oh, Pinky the Rapper.
Pinky the Rapper?
Yeah,
I don't think I
and
heard
she's from DC. She be doing these freestyles, and I sit there and watch them joints. Like, damn, like she really said that shit off the dome. Like, she be dragging that shit, and I be like, that's one of the best. Like, just giving people props where people giving people credit where it's due. So that's what I believe in. Like, um, just it's like people be quick to say some shit and they don't have the name for it. It's like if you put yourself in position and that you feel me, yeah, go for it by all means. But then it's also people that's like that'll be just coming out and they be like, oh, had they nose up at everybody, and it's like, no, you can't even move around like that. You feel me? Like, even me, like, even I got a hit song and all that shit, and I got the right to move around like that. Like, I would never be like, nah, because it puts too much beef into shit that's unnecessary. We could all blow up and work together.
Right now, that's fire. I was talking to DJ Elm. That's the nigga that discovered like little. Well, I wouldn't say discovered, but he the producer behind Lil Bibby and like G Herbo and shit. And then
Yeah.
he discovered Juice WRLD kinda. He said he discovered Juice
Yeah.
WRLD. And he was basically saying a lot of rappers from Chicago, they didn't go as far as they were supposed to go because they didn't remain humble. Everybody was too cocky. And you see, like, the people that was remaining humble, that was willing to work with everybody, those the ones that's, like, among to the top, like the Dirks and shit. But the niggas that was, like, that had it and it was too cocky, they lost it all. Like, they not as good as they once was. So, you right about that. You can't, everybody got to, like, just show love because you don't know when you might be up or you might be down. And now that that person's down, niggas don't want to show them love because they remember you shitted on them, basically.
No, for real.
But recently, your vid just touched 100K in 4 months. 16, right? Talk about like knowing like you did this song off a free studio session. Then you got the cosign. Like talk about how it feels to hit 100K in 4 months. Authentic too.
I just feel like pushing my
Because
song.
a lot of people buying fake views to get 100K, right?
Yeah, I know. I definitely know. Like, and just like you said, staying authentic. Even with the talent search and everything, shout out Keys to the City and Made in the DMV because they invited me to the converse. Keys to the City invited me to the conversation that they had with Sean Cotton and everything beforehand. And then Made in the DMV, they was behind Sean Cotton and everything coming out here. So just plugging in with certain blogs in my area and everything, and just really pushing my music. And like I had got like DMV Best to Blow, and you feel me, and just next to Blow and shit like that. That it gets eyes on you because people click on it and be like, oh, who was this, or like who was that? Just basically pushing that shit, like. And it felt surreal. It was just like, damn, like, at one point I was like, this joint going to peak at like 90K something, and it's not going to go where I wanted to, because right before it hit 100K, that joint started dragging. Like, when I say that joint started going slow, I'm like, oh, this joint about to stop. But nah, it's keep going. It's still going. It's like at 101K right now, and that's just to know, like, that shit's still going to go, and that shit, hopefully, that shit hit 1 million and then some.
Yeah. That's a fire. That would be fire. I'm surprised. Have any label tried to reach out to you since? Or
yeah, it's a couple labels that try to reach out to me, but I feel like it's too soon because they just see one song, and anybody that see one song, they want like
lowball you.
I feel like a quick, like quick. You feel me? Like it's even with nigga Sean, like somebody worked with and his crew and everything was like, we was just listening to all your music last night, like. I never, just knowing that there's certain people that really dig in and listen to everything I got that intrigued me, like, because 16 not the only song I have. And I just feel like people just hear that joint and just run with that. And it's just like, you don't know, like, that could be just, I could do 16, like, you feel me? Not saying that somebody had, but what if a nigga know, or what if somebody wrote that joint or something? Like, nigga be like, damn, oh, where her next song coming from? Or where this, where that? That's why, it's just like, I just plan on pushing new music and everything. So when the labels really do
come at you,
spin the block again and come at me, I can be like, look, I got this. I'm pushing this and I want this. Like, I don't want it to be
They got
we giving
control.
you this and work with it. Yeah.
Yo, so you basically, how many label deals would you say you turned down so far?
Like 3, 4,
4.
or like, just certain people conversations ain't really go the way I wanted it to go, or sometimes I be feeling like certain stuff's a scam, and my brother be like, "Bruh, like no, like that's really them. Like, see what they talking about and shit like that." And also, just watching certain stuff. I was watching what's the thing? Yeah, again, the L.A. Russell interview. He like, if I'm giving you a percentage of me, why you not giving me a percentage of you? And that shit just had me like, damn, like, ain't nobody gonna do that for real. So it's like, just working so I can get the best deal and get the most love I can get.
Right. I ain't gonna lie, I was one of the people that went to go listen to your other music, right? And then in one of your songs, you said you fell in love with a thought. I think it was priceless. Talk about that, bro. Like, what happened with that thought? Like, she did you dirty? Like, what made you go to still rap about her? Or that was just something?
So basically, I was talking to somebody and we was locked in and shit. Come to find out, they had a motherfucker they was fucking with that was in jail. So one of their close peoples called me and was like, "Oh yeah, I just want to let you know that." And the person that called me, we locked in to this day. I love her to death. She called me. She was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna just let you know this because it'll be fucked up if I didn't. But such and such messing with this person and it's a no go. It's no bueno." And I'm just like, damn. But like, just showing somebody love and they'll play with you. Like anybody will play with you, and that shit ain't always it.
Yeah, that's a fact.
And also, these bitches like it's weird.
You
like,
talk about niggas not showing you the same love. You said something like, I forgot what the exact line was, but I was hearing your song. You said something like, people could ask you for your lives, but you be afraid to ask people for bread or something like that. Why'd your mind say like that? Because I feel the same way. But like, I'm quick to give, but I don't like to ask people for shit. Even though they might owe me money, but I don't like to ask for shit because like, I'd rather like, I know I can find a way to do it by myself. I'd rather struggle than to like we be having too much pride sometimes. I feel like.
I don't even think it's pride for me. I just like I let anybody know like I don't need it. Like I got a couple people I can call right now and ask them for anything. And them the same people that I'ma always call, whether this person, that person owe me bread, like I don't even be worried about it. Like I just take a mental note. Also for me, if I lend anybody anything, I take it as I don't take it as a loan. I take it as I can waste this. Like you feel me? I don't need it.
Mm-hmm.
If I lend anybody anything, I take it as an L. Like I can live without this. You feel me? So it's plenty of people that hit me right now like, "Lay, you got this, Lay, you got that, Lay, you got this, Lay, you got that." But if I hit them, it'd be like, "Nah, I don't got it," or "Nah, maybe next time," or I can look out. I'd be like, "Man, you know what? Fuck it." I go in the other room, ask my girl like, "Hey, babe, you got $400? I'm trying to get this music video. Where I'm sending it?" You feel me? I call my brother, Young T. "You got this, bro? You got shit, bro? What?" Well, like, what they talking about for the interview? Oh, because they said they want a band for that joint. You be like, "All right, bet we gonna put this shit together," or you feel me? Even or like I got my cousin, out in Atlanta and shit. He be like, my cousin Lay. He be like, "What you need, Lay? I got you. What you need? Who you want to link up with? Oh, send me that. Nah, I don't think that's legit. Don't do that." Or even like he one of the only people I know. His whole Apple Music replay was all my songs and all this shit. And when he posted it and tagged me, he was like, "This is besides YSL. I'm the only person he listens to." That
That's
shit
dope.
like just knowing certain people have my back. You feel me? My man Stacks, man Swap, Glenn. Just my cousins. All my cousins, like they all got my back. Like just knowing that people really, really holding it down, and you feel me? Like really, really just want to see me win. Like people from back in the day, my neighborhood, you feel me? Like all that shit. Like really want to see you win. Like, and I done been through. I don't know. I mean, I know I'm probably getting a little off topic, but I done been through certain shit, and it's just like people be feeling like I don't show love or like shit like that, and I just be like, damn, like it was never like that. I'm just busy.
Right.
Yeah, or like you feel me? It's like nobody won't wait their turn no more. Like talking back into the beginning of like what we was talking about and like oh, this person should do like people be feeling like certain people should just do shit for them or like certain shit or like feeling like motherfuckers in competition. I'd be like, yo, I thought we was all winning together. Like this shit, you like what the fuck? But
Right.
you know, yeah, that shit, yeah. But yeah,
And
I don't feel like it's a. I don't feel like back to what we was talking about though. I don't feel like it's a pride thing. I feel like it's just like, nah, I don't need that shit. As easy as I gave it to you, it should be as easy as you hit me. Like, oh yeah, I got that for you.
right now,
I feel like anybody that gotta wait to ask for anything back, you didn't want to give me that shit back in the first place. Especially when they text you, they be like, oh, I'm gonna get that shit back Friday. You knew the exact day you
Right.
was gonna get that shit back.
Right.
So it's like now all of a sudden it's not back on Friday.
They
I got you
they
next
avoiding
week.
you basically.
Yeah, and then they start avoiding you like
Weird shit. Then be like that just be like that make you not want to have a good heart no more. But it's just in you to have a good heart at the end of the day.
that's what I'm saying. And like that's why I hang around the people I hang around. Like I could owe one of my mans, I could owe them big bread. I'ma still pull up on you. I'ma still give you this. I'ma still give you that. Like my cousin, like anytime I go get some gas, I'm like, cuz let me get some gas. You gonna cash at me? I'm like, I don't even got it. He be like, all right. Or like, you feel me? Or my man's be like, I be like, bro, send me this. He be like, all right, bro, I got you. Like, even when you know, just you can't act funny towards nobody because it ain't it. Especially when it's over little stuff. Like, nah, I would never act funny towards nobody over nothing little, nothing petty. Like, nah, none of that.
You know, people just be built weird though. That's how I'll be for the most part.
Yeah,
No, that's what's up.
it definitely be like that.
I ain't gonna lie.
It suck though, but it definitely be like that.
I was going to your Twitter recently. You say you got to mute Krishan Rock or Blueface. Why you gotta mute them, bro?
Man, listen, because they love each other. Like, as much as they go back and forth between each other, like they still wanna be together at the end of the night, lay up, do whatever they do. Everybody know
That shit was starting to get annoying, right?
Yeah, like, and I can honestly, I know, cause like, not saying I've been through what they've been through, hell nah, but like, you know, if I beefing with my youngin', I'm like, yeah, bruh, man, she blowing me this, that, and the third. My brothers be like, I don't want to hear that shit. Where you at? Oh, she right here. Exactly. Call me later when it's something serious, like, you know.
Okay.
So that's how I feel with their situation. Like,
seeing that, like, I ain't gonna lie, I feel like you don't get to the point where you're gonna become a celebrity. That people gonna be in your life. How you feel about that? Are you scared that people gonna be all in your life? So who you like, who you talk to, how you feel about that?
I feel like people already in my life to begin with. Like, I ain't even a celebrity yet. People already be worried about certain stuff, or like, I feel like certain people, like, they'll see me post my youngin' and then they'll go follow her. And I'd be like, are you following her, like, on some celebrity shit? Like, how somebody that followed Dirk will follow India? Or you like, oh, okay, I could probably bag her if Lay bag her. Like, it's really, like, it's just, you know, it's just certain shit that be going on. Like, I don't know. So I just feel like I'm ready for that. Because motherfuckers is nosy whether you famous or not. It's just more people to be nosy, yes, but I feel like that shit ain't nothing.
Yeah, so. All right, and then I ain't gonna lie, we did this thing on Instagram. We had the fans ask a couple of questions. You ready to go through them?
Yeah, we can go through them joints.
All right, let's look what they asked you. Let me go to the So boom. You have somebody named underscore Cameron with like 3 N's. How does she keep such a positive outlook after everything she's been through?
Alright, yeah, that's my dog. How I keep a positive outlook after everything I've been through is because I woke up today. That's what I see. Like, the shit, I could have tears in my eyes, or like I could be like, damn, like, it's because it's life, living life. But like, even her, like, she be like, go to church, you're gonna feel better, or like, go do this, you're gonna feel better, or like, it's just me. Like, I don't know, I can't sit around moping. Like, I get it from my dad and my Uncle Stacy. Like, I'm not beefing with you, or like, I'm not mad at you. Like, how can I be? And like, sometimes, you know, it do get in the way because, you know, sometimes I need to like disregard motherfuckers or do this or do that. But nah, like I just gotta be positive because I'm still here. Like I can have the worst day yesterday, but if I wake up today, damn, I'm gonna have a great day.
Yeah,
Like
that's a fact.
my week was blowing me. Like feel like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, like it was all shit. But today, I woke up, I got dressed, my girl getting ready. We gonna go out, probably get some shrooms. We gonna have a ball, and just I'm still here. Like
Nah, that's how you supposed to think. You can't dwell on the past. You're gonna be thinking about that shit just hurt all the time.
no, for real.
Okay. Somebody named music underscore ear said top 3 dream collaborations DMV edition.
All right, so my top three. Fat Trill's one of them. Pinky the rapper. I fuck with her music. Like I fuck with her music hard. It's really motivation that through everything and like you feel me. Any critics or anything I see her like she get on there, spare her freestyles and like she like keep going like. And who else? Damn. Third one. This not all. It's just I wouldn't say this top 3. This is just 3 people I can think of and that I really want to work with. And shit. Damn.
You can name 3, 4, 5 of them if you want to. Like who comes
Yeah, man. Who else? No, I'm gonna stick to 3 because it's like endless names is flying out there.
Yeah.
Damn, I want to work with it's a rapper. Her name Molly Ma. I want to work with her too. That's another person that I look at like. Damn, like do anything or like any critics because like where we from like DMV wise like it be endless critics like oh you good for a female or you good for this like no I'd be like nah like we lit regardless like so like that's 3 people I can see that I really want to work with and the list is long because for real at the DMV come together and we do like other places like oh okay. They all in the studio right now. They all locking in such and such into the song with this person, that person. Or like, I was talking to my peoples from she run a podcast, boss up DMV. Her name Maybach Cherry. She be talking and we be talking and everything, and she like, yo, I want to do this and I want to do that, and I think this is the way we can come together. And I be listening to it and I be like, damn, like that shit would be perfect. Like we just gotta come together. That not for real.
Another question is, I think bro name is Cassius or something like that. Cassius underscore. He said, when are you and Cassius dropping a music video? Are you familiar with Cassius?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, he just copy feature for me and everything. I'm gonna go to North Carolina soon, and we gonna do the video and everything. My people stay in Statesville. I think he said Sanford. So we probably going to try to put that together soon. Real soon, like, cause he a fine artist. Like, just listening to his music and everything, I do features because I like them, but I also do features I really fuck with. Like, you feel me? Okay, I might get paid for a feature or something, but like, I really gotta like it too.
Yeah, that's a fact. That's a fact. So you just not just putting your verse on anything. It's not
yeah.
Brand. Okay. Sessions 365 TV said, what other studs or lesbian artists has she worked with?
Santana Lakey. She's from VA. That's another artist that's like when I say crank like real live pain music, like I get nitty gritty with the pain music, but she like put that shit on the table. Like, look, I've been through this. I'm doing this, doing that. So we got a song called "Go" on Apple Music. Right. That joint crank. When I sent her the verse, she sent that joint back. I was like, yo, she killed this joint. So that's another one person that part of the LGBTQ community that I have music with.
The underscore. This is real me. When is the album dropping?
The album is dropping in February. I ain't saying the date because I offer the cash app for the person that gets the right date.
Right.
And ain't nobody guessed it yet.
Right. Well, how many songs do you expect to have on it?
I probably want to have like 10 to 12 songs on there. Just really, really crank joints. Like, I want everything to be like 16 or better. So
okay.
I really been working on that joint. It's been a long time coming.
Okay.
I've been working on this joint for a couple months now. Just writing it and everything. So we going to start laying down tracks. I'm supposed to go to the studio tonight, Just supposed to start running that shit up.
Okay. Somebody said, this is in PBG underscore Prince. What's 2K23 looking like for them?
2023 is looking real bright for me. Like, I got an interview in Colorado. I'm trying to go to South by Southwest this year. I got an interview in New York coming up. So I got some folks on LA I need to link with. Just
Networking.
probably hitting the road this year. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to hit the road. I was thinking gonna stack my bread. Probably take a little leave from work and shit, so I can relax, just get on the road like with my cousins and shit, and try to do shows, make money while we on the road and shit like that. Probably do DoorDash and Instacart and shit. I don't know. Like, I really want to do some shit where it's like, okay, I'm putting everything on the line, and like, if I gotta come back here and just go back to work after it's all after we go on a little tour or something all said and done, at least I know I put my best foot forward. But I feel like that shit gonna be lit.
Yeah, that sounds lit. Somebody named Marissa, I think I went pause.
Oh, my bad.
Somebody named Marissa underscore Rose 03 said, "What is your type?" Matter of fact, she trying to set you up. Don't even answer that question. You got a girlfriend.
What? That's why I made the face I made. She gonna get beat up. Yeah. I'm trying to tell you.
We're gonna skip that question. You gotta ask that another time. Maybe never. Somebody named Prosperity is God. He said, since she's taking the independent route, would she ever sign to Yo Gotti or any label?
Yeah, I would sign to Gotti. I don't see none of his artists like, oh, complaining. He done screwed me over or did this, and that. Also, I just feel like, it's a lot of people from where I'm from that took the independent route. One person I really, really look at their journey is Shy Glizzy, and he really, I just remember cranking his tapes as a youngin' and then just watch this nigga just keep going up and keep blowing up, you feel me? And just really, really working it. Or who else? It's a lot of people that take the independent route. Or how I was telling you, LA Russell, it's just if I can do it myself, you can do it also. But it's just you just gotta listen. There was another artist that said you always need a budget. I can remember Yo Gotti was saying that people get a lot of money and they don't spend it on what they need to spend it on. If you're gonna go independent and they put that $1 million in your hand straight to you, you need to go pay for your entertainment lawyer and you need to go pay for your promotion. Don't get excited oh yeah, I made this me, and not put it back into what you got going on, because it's not going to work. Also, another thing I was learning from I learned a lot from LA Russell. Shout out to him. That's somebody I want to do work with. But he was just saying, have a system too. You can't think you're gonna blow up and not have no system to really get where you're going.
No, that's fire. Somebody also said young underscore Gutters with an S. Gutters, how often do you plan?
I don't devise no plans. We just do what we gotta do. I got a little vision board. I wrote some shit on there, Lord protect me at all times, and I will open up for certain artists and stuff like that. I ain't going, I don't want no evil eye or nothing, so I ain't gonna show it. But just I don't know. I ain't got no plans for real. I don't be making no plans. I need to. I probably should, but
I be wanting to, but then it's that shit be throwing you. I just be going with the flow for the most part.
You got to.
But in my head, I know what I want to do, but you gotta be ready for curves and all that shit might get thrown off for real.
No, for real.
No, but I ain't gonna lie, bro. I like this conversation with you. I think I learned a lot, bro. I appreciate you for even sitting down and doing this interview with me. I'm a big fan. I hope you blow up for real. I want to see you win, because that's great music that you're producing. I feel like I know your story just to listen to some of your music and shit. So I just want to say I'm proud of you, man.
Hell yeah, I appreciate you too, man. And just thanks for showing love. I'm proud of you too. Just keep going up with this blog shit. Keep showing love, and you feel me? That shit gonna all pay off, man.
Hell yeah. See, we connecting. I'm from New York, upstate New York. Hell
yeah.
You probably don't never heard about. I got niggas like Lil Perkle. They from my city and shit like that. From DMV, so we connecting.
Yeah, let's plug in one day. Maybe I can slide over there. I can plug in one of the artists. We do some videos and shit.
Hell yeah. We can definitely do that. Now, but could you shout out BestPointOfViewTV for the interview?
You already know, man. Best Point of View TV, the hottest out of upstate New York. You feel me? Let's get it.
Yeah,
They the best.
Check it, check it. Trials and tribulations, I'm just trying to live my life, hoping I make the right decisions, cause I wanna live it right. I remember nights, no sleep, feeling weaker than 7 days. Now I'm using my clever ways to make sure my songs getting played. But these niggas doubt me, they think I'm not gonna make it, but soon I'm gonna be rich and happy, and girl getting naked. I promise you I'm the best, supreme Nakshi. I'm on the rise, smoking dope and I'm getting high. Spirit, she floating to the sky. I wonder, is they go think I'm a joke because